just went outside and turned around and I came inside and retrieved a firearm.
What
And
was your intent with the firearm?
just wanted to scare him.
The key to the.
But see, here's the thing. It appears to the court, he doesn't understand. She doesn't want him anymore. And all of this continues to snowball because he won't have contact with her and she doesn't want him. And then he goes to therapy and he's putting a tracking device on her car. That's 25 CR 013333, State versus Anthony Blackburn. Can our parties approach and announce for the record and for the defense? All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Blackburn, you entered a plea, and according to your plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with your son, and there's an affirmative finding of family violence. All right, State, do you have any witnesses? Defense, any witnesses?
We do, Your Honor. We have 3 witnesses.
Okay, and you call them?
Defense calls Sarah Hay. Hi.
All right, and sir, when witnesses come to testify, you'll need to move where the deputies are, okay? Hello. Hi. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
We do.
All right, you can lower your hand. So this is what I'm going to ask everybody to do with witnesses. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't take it as a sign of disrespect, but it'll just make it easier for the court reporter. So if you all will stand over there, I'll be able to hear. So if you'll stand that way facing the court reporter.
Okay.
And counsel, if you'll direct your questions that way, and I promise I'll be able to hear. If I can't, I'll ask you all to speak up for me.
Good morning, Ms. Hyde. Can you state your name and spell your last name for the record, please?
Sarah Hyde, Heye.
And how do you know Anthony Blackburn?
Anthony is my nephew. I've known him all my life.
Can you explain to the judge a little bit? You know why we're here?
Yes, I know why we're here.
You know that he was involved in an incident where he ended up discharging a warning shot towards his son, which is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And the judge today is trying to figure out, make a difficult decision on whether to sentence him up to 12 years or possibly grant him probation.
I understand what all that occurred. Yes.
Okay. Can you explain to the judge a little bit about what kind of childhood Anthony had?
Yes, his mother is my sister, and my sister is not very maternal. So he did live with his mom, but was raised primarily by my mother. And he's also lived with my husband and I. He's at different points, or we would pick him up on weekends and he would spend the time with us.
So is it fair to say that Anthony had kind of like a broken home with your sister?
Yes.
Okay. Did he have a father in his life?
No, yes. She did remarry. My sister married and her husband, Larry Blackburn, adopted Tony. But then Larry just left and he abandoned the whole family.
How long was he married to your sister? A long time or a short period?
A short period, maybe 6 years.
Okay. You've seen Anthony grow up from his child. What kind of a child was Anthony?
He was boyish. He liked to do sports. He used to do all the things that kids do. Very active, running around, but he was also, because my sister was not married when she had him, he was babied, or he was everybody's baby. Everybody, because he had no father.
You saw him grow up to be a man and get married and become a father?
Yes. Tony.
What kind of a father was he?
Tony took great pride in having his boys. And Tony would always, as they grew older, Anthony, I'm sorry. Yes. Anthony spent a lot of time with his boys and took them and got them started in Little League baseball. And he would coach the boys. So throughout the years of their younger years, he would always take them, their life revolved around baseball.
So Anthony coached his sons. Did he ever have an opportunity to coach your sons, your kids?
Yes, because Tony handed out and helped my boys when they were in school to better themselves and their baseball skills.
So You've known Anthony his whole life. He obviously has made some mistakes in his life.
Yes, but we all make mistakes. And in this last incident, he has been quite remorseful. We have spent time where he just literally cries about the mistake he made with his son.
Do you know what caused this whole incident to happen?
It stems from the fact that Tony has two daughters from another woman, and he wanted to be responsible and take his daughters in and be a father to them, which was a shock to the whole family. So he wanted to make it one big family, and they were all opposed to doing it.
And how did Anthony handle dealing with the trauma that he caused his family when he told them about the affair and the other daughters?
He felt like they should give them a chance. They should give his daughters a chance but that he was not allowing them to absorb the situation. So they were balking and he was pushing.
On the date of this incident, I learned that you called out to the scene.
Tony called me and said that the police were there. So I hurried there to go to the house, and I was stopped by the police, but I was in close proximity, and I conversed with the sergeant that was asking me questions about Tony and the weapons he may have, or who was I and what was our relationship and why wasn't his mother there? And I explained that Tony and I had, Anthony and I were close, so much closer than he and his mother.
Did they ask you if you felt that he was a danger?
Yes, I said, no, he was not a danger. Tony is ignored.
After his arrest, can you explain to the judge what kind of changes, if any, you saw in Anthony as a result of this incident and being arrested and charged?
Yes, I see that besides being remorseful, Tony did take the time to take the anger management class. And I see that he worked and tried to utilize it. When things would upset him, he'd walk away from that situation to think about it, cool off, and not to act on me. And he also is taking counseling. And he felt that he really does like the counseling, that it's giving him more peace. But I just find that I don't know how to put it, he's calmer. He's there. When I call him, he comes. He's an asset, and he's there for his girls. He's working on building that relationship because he has no relationship with his current family.
If the judge decides to grant Anthony probation, would you still be in his corner to provide support for him?
So most definitely, Tony is very much a part of our lives.
What are you hoping that the judge decides to do today?
I'm hoping that he would get probation. I feel that will jump through all the hoops to be able to continue his life as he is, to continue working, to provide for his girls.
I'm so sorry. I just have, if there's no objections, I just have one question. How long has he been in therapy? Because I think a question was asked about therapy.
End of December.
The end of December? All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Ms. Hay, how old is Anthony?
He was born 68. He's 58.
56.
Okay.
All right. Do you believe 56-year-old men should be held accountable for it?
I feel that we all are accountable for what we do, but I feel that there's a period of grace.
And you were asked questions about the incident.
Yes.
And you mentioned that, I guess he told you he thought it was a mistake, right?
I'm sorry, repeat that question.
But I just want to make sure I understood what you said earlier correctly. You were talking about that as being a mistake, that he made a mistake that day of the incident. Is that correct?
Yes, he said that he
said he told you it was a mistake.
that
Okay,
he
so I'm
wish he
not-
had, yes, that he wish he had never done that. Yes.
So he's saying to you that him pointing a shotgun and firing at us was a mistake.
He said he didn't really realize what he was doing.
And you've been a part of this whole stuff, correct?
Yes.
How long, or when did you become aware of his ownership of firearms?
As far as this particular firearm,
Any,
Any-
sorry, when did he start owning firearms, if you remember? Or if you,
no, I don't. I do know that they went, his sons, my husband went off and go hunting. So that's,
when did he start using? As a boy or as an adult?
I couldn't tell you, but I think it's young adult
Young
at
adult.
least.
Okay, so he's, I guess, through that has come to use fire, but you're unsure when he actually started to own fire. No further questions, I'll pass the witness.
Any further questions? All right, you may be excused. Thank you.
Defense calls Joseph High.
All right. All right,
Hello.
hello, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, so if you could face that way and face towards the court reporter, and you can
Okay.
slide over to speak with her. All
Okay.
right.
Good morning, Joe. Can you state your name and spell your last name for me?
My name is Joseph A. Heye, Heye is the way the last name is spelled.
And how do you know Anthony?
He's my nephew. I've known him ever since he was 9 years old.
You're married to Sarah?
I am married to Sarah, yes,
How many years?
43 years.
Kids do you all have?
We have 3 kids. We had 4.
And you're currently retired?
I'm currently retired, yes.
What did you used to do?
Uh, I ran an electric motor service and high refrigeration company with my brothers,
Okay. For how many years?
45 years.
So you've known Anthony since he was 9 years old. What kinds of interactions did you have with him?
Well, Anthony would stay with us on weekends many times. In fact, when he was in his early 20s, he resided with us and stayed with us for several years. He learned how to do technical things and other mechanical and electrical and refrigeration work, working for me and my business and my brother's business.
Anthony didn't have a father in his life, correct?
Correct. He he was passed around and he felt abandoned by his mom.
You try to fill in those shoes whenever you could?
Oh, yes, yes. We would bring him into the house and he would stay with us. We would take and go do fishing and hunting trips, other things to that effect. And he worked with me at some property I have out of town, and we would he learned how to work and do very good.
Did he ever have an opportunity to be with his cousins, your kids? And
Oh, yes, yes, yes. He was with us. He had interactions with my boys, very much so. And he even coached one of my boys in baseball.
So you actually employed Anthony at some time?
Yes, we have.
For how many years?
12 to 15 years.
What kind of an employee was Anthony?
Anthony's a very astute, very good employee. He is very good at speaking with customers, explaining equipment and technical problems, and he has a very good attitude and very competitive.
And you got to see Anthony get married and father his own children,
Yes,
2 boys?
his 2 boys,
How,
yes.
can you explain what kind of a father was he with his boys?
He doted on his boys. He always worked with his boys very much. And he would take time to coach and to do other things, especially as they got into high school.
Since the date of this incident, have you witnessed any changes in how Anthony conducts his life?
Yes, I have.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yes, I've seen that Anthony has become he is repentant, things he's done wrong to his family. And he is repentant and learned to understand the things that he has done to them as far as his actions and his ways. In the incident that he had, and also in the way he's brought up the facts of the affair, the other things that he's in that.
And how do you know that he's repentant?
By talking to him, he comes and he's come to me and told me. He's cried. He's asked for my advice, and well, we've gone to church together many times and talked about things that he should do as far as the way he should act and take care of the consequences of what he has done.
What do you believe he's been struggling with the most out of his family?
He's struggling with the rejection of him by his sons and by his wife because of the affair that he had, because of the other children that are in his life.
If the judge grants him probation, will you continue to show support to Anthony?
Yes, I will continue to show support for Anthony. I believe he's turned a corner in being responsible for the things he's done, and that he is trying very hard to make things right for himself and for his family and his sons.
That's it. Thank you. Did I hear you correct?
Yes, pronounced high.
Hi, I
This time.
apologize. Thank you for being here. I have
Good.
a few quick questions. So similar kind of questions to what I asked your wife, Sarah. I'm trying to figure something out here. Obviously, you've been a part of his life for the most part, right?
A good, yes,
All right.
very much so.
Are you aware then of how Anthony came to be in ownership or possession? You know how that started?
No, not exactly.
Did you ever, or when did you come to know that he owned?
Not
What kind of firearms were you aware that he owned?
hunting rifles, a shotgun, basically, that's about it. He used those to, we would go hunting together and go dove hunting and other types of things that we would do. And we have a family plot in Forge Sturgis, and we go out there and go dove hunting. What it amounts to him and his boys. We got,
So family hunting trips.
yeah, exactly. Yes.
To your knowledge, has he ever used those firearms for anything other than this?
No.
You ever seen him use them in any other way?
No.
You know, carry them around the house,
No.
other than to get ready to go on a hunting trip?
Well, yeah, he cleans them and that's about it. Puts them up. We take care of them, keep them secure.
Now, before this incident happened, do you know, did Anthony have any kind of anger control issues?
Yes, he was angry because his family was upset with him about the affair that he had.
How long did he have those anger issues?
About 3 years.
Is that 3 years before this incident took place?
Yes.
Okay. During that time, how did you see him manage his anger?
He would be upset and he would try to blame someone else.
Did he ever show any anger towards you or any member of your family of your life?
No, he would just disagree. We gave him advice as Tony, you ought to not have done that, or you shouldn't have done that. And he would he'd say, well, no, why? You know, he didn't accept it. That was just inner family arguing, just, you know, hey, you know, you shouldn't have said that to your wife. You shouldn't say these things to your sons.
Have you ever known him to be a violent person?
No,
Have you ever seen him be violent toward any member of your family or any other of his close family friends that you manage with?
no. He's pretty easygoing. A lot of times if he gets upset, he walks away, at least when he's around me. And he has been tried with sons, and his daughter get upset with him. Yes.
Well, before I ask the question, you're aware of what happened, right?
Yes, I'm aware of what happened.
Do you feel that Anthony could have walked away then from his anger?
He should have, yes. I don't know if he could have, but I wasn't in his shoes. And there were
All right, thank you. Is this witness excused? All right, you can call your next witness.
Call Anthony Blackburn.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Anthony Blackburn.
Right. Defense, you may proceed.
Anthony, so how long have you been married to, AJ is your son in the complaint in this case, correct?
Yes, he is.
How long have you been married to his mother, Carrie?
Since 97, I believe it's 28 years.
28 years married? How many kids do you and Carrie have?
I have 2 children, Brandon and Anthony.
How old are they?
Anthony's 29. Brandon's 24.
You're currently separated?
Yes, me and my wife Carrie are separated at
And
the
what
time.
is the reason for that separation?
I had an affair, and from the affair. I had 2 children, I had a wedlock that my wife and family were not aware of.
They weren't aware of
No.
and when did you tell your family that you had two daughters, not part of the family?
Roughly 3 years ago,
Why did you tell them that?
I needed to have my family whole. I was deceitful, and my children had siblings they didn't know about, and it was heavy in my heart. I had a friend who passed away, and he was a real solid girl dad, and here I was living a life with my older daughter, my 2 sons, and had 2 daughters out there that they didn't know me from anybody else at the bus station, and I wanted my family united. I wanted them to be aware of each other and support each other and be a family.
But when you told your family and you told your wife and your sons, this must have been like a bomb exploded at the house when you told them. How did you handle their feelings?
I kept pushing for them to accept it. I go, these are your sisters, they're here. I kept pushing and pushing for them to accept it, and I didn't realize hurt them tremendously. They have this one image of their dad, and all of a sudden, bam, what do you mean I got 2 sisters? I just kept trying to, hey, these are your sisters, accept it. And that wasn't,
Did you ask them to forgive you?
I just told them to accept their sisters. I didn't ask for forgiveness, and I should have been more aware of their feelings. Giving them space, trying to process it. I was just kind of, here's your sisters, come on, you got to meet them.
So when you told them what happened with your life, how did your life change once you told your family?
Life wasn't the same. We started getting distant, and
All right,
Uh,
just one moment, please.
What were you hoping that your family would do when you told them about your daughters?
I had this crazy idea that we could all unite and be together.
On the date of this incident, can you explain to the judge what happened? How did it start?
I had started with a phone call with my wife. I've been wanting to reconcile with her, and she put me on speakerphone. And of course, AJ chimed in, and she was telling me no, she didn't want to get back with me, and she wanted to date. And Anthony was arguing with me that I was a scab, that she had better options out there, better men suited than I was, and it
How did that phone call end?
with anger and hurt
Anger from who?
on both sides. We were angry. We both said horrible things to each other that fathers and sons they wouldn't say to each other.
And then what happened?
He hung up, and not even 10 minutes, and he was there at the house. He came to the house.
Anthony came to your house.
Yes.
And what happened?
I freaked out. I was like, here we are we were just arguing to each other. We were gonna hurt each other, beat each other up, and he came, and I freaked out. I didn't know what he was gonna do. I lost my chain of thought, my sense of reasoning. I had anxiety, I was angry, I was sad. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I went outside and turned around, and I came inside and retrieved a firearm.
What
And
was your intent with the firearm?
just wanted to scare him. Just you know, I've been telling him to stay out of the marriage conversation with me, and I'm sorry about this. Oh,
Since your date of your arrest, what did you realize you needed to do?
I needed to change. These weren't kids. These were adults, and with their own mind and opinions, and they weren't going to do what Daddy said.
What kinds of things did you do to make a change in your life?
I knew I needed help, so I took an anger management class. Was practicing that. Um, I just thought I needed more, and
This letter here is just from your therapist.
yes, that is from my therapist, and I started seeing a therapist.
Is that your certificate of completion of your anger management?
Yes, sir.
No objection? Okay.
What kinds of things have you done other than the therapy? And what have you learned actually from the therapy?
Everybody has their own opinions and thoughts, and you have to be respectful for it. You can't force anybody to think the way you think because they're not. There's no timetable on this is what I told you. You should have an answer for me. There's no timetable when you're dealing with raw emotions. You have to be respectful of everybody.
Are you still learning?
Yes, I every day.
Do you still make some mistakes?
Yes, I do. I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. That's why I this therapy's been one of the best things for me, and that's why I keep seeing her weekly. I see her weekly every Thursday at 3 o'clock, and it's it helps when I recap the week of what made me feel maybe agitated or what, speaking of my emotions, being clear
Have
with
you
my
ever had any kind of guidance with that in your 56 years of life?
no, and my wife always wanted me to go to therapy, and I was just so dead against it. But now that I'm in it, I see the need. Exercises we practice, I see, that it's a good thing. It helps calm and helps you keep thinking and what could I do different?
So ultimately, what is your ultimate goal for yourself? Can you explain to the judge what that would be?
My ultimate goal would be I want to be a dad. I have my two daughters. I want to raise them and show them who their dad is, and I want them to have everybody as a mother and a father.
Why is that so important to you?
Family's everything. You see it daily. It hits you social media, TV, the newspaper, everything. Family's the core, and you have your family, a tight-knit family. When you have a tight-knit family, I believe it in my heart, you can overcome anything. You have a united family. Um,
Let me ask you a little bit about your wife, Karen. What do you feel like, what is Carrie's role in your ultimate goal? How do you see Carrie?
Carrie's my wife. We've been married a long time, and I love her dearly. She's rejected my children, and understandable. That's
She's rejected your daughters?
yes. And it's understandable. I committed idiots against my family. I shouldn't have children out of wedlock, and I did. I know she's moved on, and it's difficult, but I accept it because I can't turn my back on my children. I wasn't there to begin with, and I can't tell them, oh, I pick a woman over you. Children are a gift of God from God. I I, I swear by it. They are. And I need to be there for them. I can't say that's selfish of me to choose a woman over my children. I couldn't. I can't. I have to do everything for my girls. I can't fail. I can't fail them. I can't. I need to be their dad. I need to show them.
Anthony, with regards to Carrie, it's been disclosed to us this morning, actually, that apparently you had placed some kind of device on her car in hopes of trying to make contact with her. Can you tell the judge what the reasoning is for that?
I regret that so much. That was a lack of judgment. I knew Carrie. It wasn't doing it to stalk or anything. That's I knew if I could talk to her, she could reach out to the children, and if she accepted me, I would figure the boys would accept me. Because right now, I have no relationship with any of my family.
Do you feel that she's the key to possibly getting the children to give you
I feel that she's the voice of reason that they would listen to, but in the end, everybody got their own choice, opinions, and they may never accept me again.
Do you see that that was a mistake?
It was a huge mistake. I it I regret it so much. It's changed my life so much. I regret it.
So you've told the court that your ultimate goal is to somehow have your family be reunited and accepting of the two daughters and providing a family for your two daughters. How do you think that's ever going to happen? What needs to be done?
I don't. I need to change for one, be softer stance, but I don't think that will ever happen with all my children. It pains me, but I have to accept that I don't think they're adults. I don't think they'll ever accept their sisters. I can't force it. It just has to come from their heart. And all I can do is show them that I'm different, I'm changed, and maybe they'll want to see, hey, Dad's still doing a decent job with his growth. Let's see how he is.
If the judge makes the difficult decision and grants you probation, Anthony, why do you think that you would deserve the probation? Why should she give you probation?
I'm a good person. I'm not bad. Made a horrible decision in a moment's notice, but I'm not bad. I'm a good father. I work hard every day. I try to be the best and achieve. That's how I made lead technician at my work. I've immersed myself in work until it's time for me to be with my family and my daughters.
If the judge grants you probation, will you abide by every condition that she sets?
Absolutely. Be out for my daughters and be an example. There's nothing I wouldn't do. I would abide by every condition without hesitation.
State.
Yes, sir.
You love your son, right? AJ,
Tremendously.
but you have anger towards him though, right?
Not, it's not anger, it's hurt. Not anger, sir.
But the day of the incident, he hurt you so much that he called you.
Yes, sir, I was angry.
Prior to that, while we're here today, had your son ever been violent toward you?
We've had some couple fist fights,
How long ago was that?
maybe 5, 6 years. It's been,
6 years before this?
yes, sir.
It's been 5 or 6 years since he last been violent towards you.
Yes, sir.
And what about you towards him in that same time? Is he ever being violent towards him?
No, sir. We've had disagreements like father and sons do.
Nothing physical.
No, nothing physical, sir.
All right. And you mentioned that when your son arrived at your home, day of the incident, you freaked out, right?
Yes, sir.
What caused you to freak out?
I'll be truthful, sir. When we did have the fight, my sons are large men. They're,
Did you take it that he was there to cause you harm?
yes, sir.
And this is based upon him causing harm previously, right?
Yes, and during that phone call we had, he had mentioned it. He wanted to knock my teeth in, and
So you took that to be a legitimate threat.
yes, sir.
When you got there, he didn't enter your house, right?
No,
And he didn't threaten you either, right? Even when he was there, I'm talking about.
no, sir. I don't believe so.
You still felt so freaked out by his presence then, right?
Yes, we had a heated argument.
And you felt the best way to control your anger that he was to get your shot.
I was confused. I lost my mind at that time, sir. I had anxiety with me. I was hurt. I was angry. I don't believe I knew what I was doing or what my emotions were. I was lost, sir.
You ever sought help for those emotions you had?
No, but my wife had suggested during our marriage that I'd seek therapy, and I was always against it.
But since this has happened to you, you've sought therapy.
Yes, sir. I have. Yes, sir.
Is this the first time in your life you've sought therapy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You feel that you couldn't talk to your son that day and talk him down maybe from his anger if he was angry?
It's clouded. My mind was clouded. I don't think I was thinking reasonable of how I could handle the situation. I had so many emotions. Yes, I could. Like I said, I was clouded. I was confused. I was scared. No, I don't.
In his vehicle, right?
No, he was outside the vehicle. Right.
Outside. How far away your residence was his vehicle? Let me ask you this.
Maybe
50 yards.
or less than.
50 yards away is where he was when you had your shotgun pointed at him, right?
It wasn't directly at him, sir. No,
Well, in his air.
Yes, sir.
direction. You're not pointing it like at his person.
No, sir. No. no. Yes, sir.
And he was that same distance away from you when you fired the shotgun, right?
Yes.
You hit his vehicle, right?
Well, I understand. Yes, but my fire, I was above him, and I just wanted it as a warning shot. All this time during our separation, they'd never come over. Never. I've been trying to talk to my wife, and they would never. So it was alarming for him to.
You were just so scared that you feel like you needed that shotgun.
I don't know what I felt, sir. My mind was clouded at that time, sir. I was scared. I was angered. Anxiety going on at that time.
You were also asked because it was disclosed, as defense counsel mentioned this morning, about this after the class. When did that take place? When did you do that? Let me ask you first, was it after this incident?
After what?
After this incident of you and your son and your shopping?
Yes, it was,
After that,
yes,
you-
yes, I did. It was,
And you mentioned that you deeply regret what you did that day to your son.
more than anything, sir.
You're wanting the judge to grant you probation.
That is my hope, sir.
But despite that feeling, you felt like the best thing to show the court your regret was to put a tracking device on your wife's vehicle.
No, sir, that was a lapse in judgment on my part that I'm very sorry for. I was trying to, I can't have no contact with Anthony. Yes, try to, maybe she would say something nice on my behalf that where my son might reach out to me and say,
So wanting her to come into court on your behalf today,
I would have liked her to, but
was that your only intent behind placing that tracking device? on
yes,
her
it
vehicle?
was just I want my family back, sir. Yes.
Other questions, I'll pass the witness.
Any further questions?
Yes, Your Honor, briefly. Anthony, I know that Rick here was trying to get you to admit that you were scared of your son, but what you were stating to Rick in your answers were you had a bunch of mixed feelings that had you confused. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Everything was swirling through my head. I don't know what I was thinking. I was saddened. I was angered. I was tired. I was hurt.
Have you ever been in this position before in your life?
No,
having
sir.
your Family?
No,
Any
no.
like
I've
this?
always tried to keep the family together. I've always tried to, and I've been failing.
You
It-
realize that you caused this, though,
Yes, I
correct?
did. When I
Is your frustration, is that part of your frustration? Is the fault of your own that you've caused this?
I made so much damage to myself. I've made bad decisions. Ultimately I've done all this to myself. And all this is a result of me, lies, not being truthful with my wife.
You're starting to learn how to connect with your inner feelings and
Yes, sir.
and respect other people's
Yes,
opinions?
that's the reason I attend therapy, and I wish to continue seeing my therapist because
Are you benefiting from that?
yes, I am. I really am. Makes me think deeply because I try to see what are going to be the consequences for my actions and stuff. I, have to be respectful to everybody and the balance. Therapies has been that for me. It's helped me with my work relationships. It's helped me with my daughters.
You think therapy would help you continue progressing if placed on probation?
Yes, sir.
No further questions?
All right, I have a question if there are no objections.
No objection, no objection.
All right, this tracking device, was that put on after this incident that we're here for today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, was it put on after therapy? When was this tracking device put on? Was it before or after your therapy?
Back from the therapy.
All right, so this is what I can tell you, all the issues, and maybe somebody can address these issues for the court. In the stipulations, this entire incident is based upon my reading of the stipulations, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, is that his wife's significant other was done with him and she didn't want any part of him. And he continued to call, and his son was going to say, hey, she doesn't want you anymore, stop calling. Then he ends up shooting in the air or shooting towards his son. According to the stipulation, he says he grabbed a shotgun, shot in the air. Then now I have that he's gone to therapy, which is a good thing. You've gone to therapy and your significant other wife still doesn't want you. And your response to that after therapy is to put a tracking device on a car. So that's what I need addressed because
Judge, at least from the stipulations and from his testimony and from his aunt and uncle, if I may.
Yes.
Anthony's whole thing is that he did not have the family unit when he was being raised that he so much desires. And he had initially for the first 27 years of his life with his wife. He's a flawed man and he made some mistakes. And he's in his desperation to have his family unified and provide a family for his two daughters that are teenagers. He was trying to get everybody to be okay with his mistake. And obviously Anthony doesn't have the emotional maturity to navigate through such an endeavor. And he got lost with his confusion and his main thing is that he wants his sons to forgive him. He loves AJ. AJ has his name. He's Anthony Blackburn Jr. And he loves him. He's helped him in baseball. He loves his kids. He's proud of him. His son is a supervisor at a hospital. I did speak, if Judge, and I got Rick's permission. I spoke with AJ last night, and he's got mixed feelings. He's really hurt that his father did that. He doesn't want to come and help the state, but he didn't want to come here and participate at all. But he wanted me to relay to you that if you grant his father probation, please have him continue his mental health and go through therapy. And he needs that. He needs that for his betterment. And that would probably be the only way that Anthony will ever be able to be reunified with his family.
All right.
But he knows that his wife holds the key to his son's accepting of him, and that's why he did what he did and tried to make contact with her. He doesn't have a no contact order with her. It's just with AJ. So he's been trying to contact his wife so that, because he knows that she holds the key to the.
But see, here's the thing. It appears to the court, he doesn't understand. She doesn't want him anymore. And all of this continues to snowball because he won't have contact with her and she doesn't want him. And then he goes to therapy and he's putting a tracking device on her car.
That was a horrible lack of judgment.
No, it's not a lack of judgment, it's choices. It appears that somebody is telling you that they don't want you and you're still trying to keep a family together, or you want this family to work, and she tells you it's not working, I don't want this. And you seem to continue on with wanting to be with her, putting tracking devices on her vehicle. Now, I will tell you all this, if the son wants to come in and speak to the court, I always say when family members come in and testify, it's not that they're hurting one side or the other. I just want the truth, their feelings on things, and ultimately the decision will be mine. But what I can tell parties right now before the son shows up, if the son is not going to show up, I will have made my decision, and I don't think he's appropriate for probation. But if somebody thinks the son wants to appear by Zoom or the son wants to come here, then I'm more than willing to hear from the son. But his actions are telling me he's not appropriate.
I can check with the son, or to my knowledge, he did not want to be here today. If he is more comfortable appearing via Zoom, I can ask him, or his son know if he really belongs.
All right, if y'all want to talk about that, and for parties, you can let any witnesses know who testify. I have the ultimate decision, so I'm just gathering information. Thank you. All right, who's ready? All right, let's do the resets and then I need to take a lunch break. All right,
The first one is on Eric, page 12, one down.
Eric Knockros.
Excuse me, but did you want us to come back in the morning or?
Oh,
I should have an answer.
Oh, there.
Very quickly.
all right. Where are you all on discovery? What's happening with this case?
Your Honor, we've confirmed with the state. There's a little bit of housekeeping we got to do on our end, and I think it'll be resolved by next setting.
All right, he has a, oh, okay. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for disposition. All right, once you sign the reset form, you are excused. Who's next?
Jose Dominguez, page 2 at the bottom.
Jose Dominguez.
Joseph?
Oh, Joseph Dominguez.
Hello, Judge. Good
Hello.
morning. I'm Mr. Dominguez. I'm relatively new to the case. I just got some discovery from his old attorney, Adam LaHood, so I'd like some time for that, please.
All right. So what I will do, if you will call this back for final discovery, I'm sorry, final plea deadline date of 45 days.
Thank you, Judge.
June 25th.
All right. Is that good for you?
No,
Yeah.
that's not good. I leave on the 24th. The second week in July, the week after that, 13th,
All right, what date?
July 13th.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset
Yeah.
form, you're excused. Who's next?
I've got three more if you want to.
Yes.
Brandon McCaskill. We're going to set this for contested MTR.
Okay. All right. Contested MTR in 20 days, please.
June 1st.
How about June 8th?
All right, June 8th.
Yes.
All right, see you
Let's
back
get on.
on June 8th.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Who's next?
I have two more.
Nathan Martinez.
I have Nathan Martinez, who's in custody. I'm here with Ms. Kramer on that. That's the capital we talked about last week.
All right, have y'all come to any dates?
Yes, October what did we say? 20 what?
27.
Okay, just one
27.
second. Let me put this in here.
October 27th.
Okay, just one second. Oh, Norma?
Yeah.
On that same, Pomerantz, he's actually set for June 9th, not June 8th. All right. And then this one, let me see if I can find it on the sheet. No,
Martinez.
Martinez, right. And you said
October
October.
27.
All right, your jury trial will be October 27th. They'll bring you over dressed for trial. All right, thank you. Who's next?
Bevington.
Bevington.
Or no, you'll tell her what you told me. Okay. Hi, Miss Bevington. Come on up, sir. How are you, sir?
Yes,
Sent an email to Kroger for a few documents they believe we are missing,
okay. All right, Miss Ferguson, if I can have, how much time do y'all need?
whatever the court will.
You do that same July 13th date?
Then you all have to compare off docket.
We will.
All right. July, what?
13.
All right, July 13th, that'll be your plea deadline date.
I'll explain to you. Have a seat. I'll talk to you. Sure, it's all good.
Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
I need one from McCaskill.
Who's next?
Edward Cerna, page 11, 3 down.
All right, and after this, I'm taking a break. Edward Cerna?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right, where are we on discovery, counsel?
We have discovery judge and we have a plea offer as well. We're still conferring about that.
How old are you? All right, Ms. Ferguson on Cerna, set this for a plea deadline date in 30 days. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. And with that, the court is taking its recess. Megan, on Martinez, are you all going on the murder case? I'm sorry, which one? I just want to know which to put the discovery under.
Yes, the murder.
All right, thank you.
Could I come back on plea in the morning? Because you're probably gonna shut down, right?
Oh, yeah. Just 1 second.
Got people coming for PDD, my office to sign paperwork and
Okay. All right, we can take your plea by Zoom or either if it's tomorrow, you need to be here exactly at 9.
okay, or Zoom today. Maybe he can come tomorrow.
All right, then he'll need to be here. And you can do it by Zoom. Oh, please, not in a few minutes because I need to take a lunch break. Yes. All right, thank you.
As this hearing came to a close, the judge made one thing clear. Deciding between probation and prison requires more than hearing promises of change. Throughout the proceedings, the court carefully examined Anthony Blackburn's actions before and after the incident, weighing his participation in therapy and anger management against evidence suggesting continued boundary violations and unresolved family conflict. Instead of rushing to a decision, the judge chose to leave the record open, explaining that hearing directly from Blackburn's son could be critical in determining whether community supervision would truly protect those involved and serve the interests of justice. This case is a powerful example of how sentencing hearings often involve far more than the criminal charge itself. Judges consider accountability, rehabilitation, victim safety, credibility, and future risk before deciding whether someone deserves another chance outside prison. Subscribe to follow this case and see whether Anthony Blackburn's son appears at the next hearing and whether his testimony ultimately leads the judge to grant probation or impose a prison sentence.